In the tranquil depths of a hidden village, far from the prying eyes of the outside world, lived Aurora Ankalab and her sister Luna. They were Genasi, rare and ethereal beings, raised by their uncle and aunt in a sanctuary of peace and innocence. The sisters' laughter echoed through the fields as they played, blissfully unaware of the reasons for their seclusion. Their days were filled with simple joys, chasing each other through meadows, climbing trees, and listening to whimsical stories spun by their elders, tales of magic and adventure that seemed like distant dreams. Aurora and Luna's childhood was filled with wonder. The winds whispered secrets only they could hear, and the sky seemed to dance in response to their laughter. Their uncle and aunt, wise and kind, nurtured their spirits and taught them the beauty of their elemental heritage. They spoke of the world's wonders, but also its dangers, shielding the sisters from the harsh realities beyond their village. Each evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, they gathered around the fire, the warmth of the flames a stark contrast to the chill that would soon come. One fateful day, their carefree world was shattered. The distant sound of hooves thundered closer, accompanied by harsh shouts. Soldiers on horseback burst into the clearing, surrounding the frightened girls. A sinister man with a cruel smile looked down upon them, eyes gleaming with malevolence. His words, dripping with malice, marked the end of their childhood. "At last, I've found you." The sisters clung to each other, their innocence crushed under the weight of the man's gaze, their safe haven transformed into a place of terror. Aurora and Luna were restrained and dragged to a dark, foreboding castle. Seated on the throne was the man from the field, revealed to be King Morcar, the tyrant. His gaze pierced through them as he declared, "You are now my pets. You will be trained to serve me as sorcerers." The cold stone walls of the castle echoed with the cries of other captives, their suffering a grim prelude to the sisters' own fate. Aurora's heart pounded with a mix of fear and anger, her mind racing with thoughts of escape, even as she was led deeper into the fortress. The castle became their prison, and their days were filled with relentless training under the ruthless grandmaster Sorcerer, Lureimar. The towering stone walls and cold, echoing corridors soon became the backdrop of their harsh reality. Aurora's innate abilities flourished under the brutal regime, her powers growing with each grueling session, but the cost was high. Each spell she mastered was a reminder of their captivity, a chain forged from magic and despair. Luna, however, struggled. Her natural magic, once a source of innocent wonder, faltered under the oppressive weight of Lureimar's expectations. The grandmaster's harsh methods, devoid of compassion, broke Luna's spirit. His relentless criticism and punishing routines chipped away at her confidence until it crumbled completely. Every failed incantation was met with harsh words and cold glares, deepening the cracks in her resolve. Eventually, Luna was relegated to the role of a servant maid, her dreams of sorcery shattered beyond repair. The once bright and hopeful spark in her eyes dimmed, replaced by a hollow, resigned look. The sisters' once unbreakable bond strained under the weight of their new reality. The joy and laughter of their past were replaced by sorrow and silence. Aurora, consumed by guilt and frustration, watched helplessly as Luna's spirit withered. The nights they spent whispering secrets and dreams were now filled with a suffocating silence, broken only by Luna's quiet sobs. Aurora's heart ached with the knowledge that she couldn't protect her sister from this nightmare. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months. The harsh routines and ceaseless demands of their captor became a relentless march of time. Aurora's training sessions were punctuated by fleeting glimpses of Luna toiling in the castle's depths, her once graceful hands now roughened by menial labor. Each encounter was a painful reminder of their shared loss, of the dreams they once held dear, now buried beneath the weight of their imprisonment. Yet amidst the sorrow and silence, a quiet determination began to grow within Aurora. She channeled her pain and frustration into her training, pushing herself beyond her limits. Every spell she learned, every ounce of power she harnessed, was a step toward their eventual escape. She vowed silently each night as she lay awake that she would find a way to free them both. The bond between the sisters, though strained, was not broken. It transformed into something stronger, forged in the fires of their shared suffering. It became a beacon of hope, a reminder of what they fought for. Aurora knew that their journey was far from over. The road to freedom was fraught with peril, but she would not falter. Her love for Luna and her desire to see her sister's spirit rekindled fueled her every action. The castle might have been their prison, but Aurora's heart remained unchained, her will unbroken. She would endure, she would grow stronger, and one day she would shatter the chains that bound them. Aurora's resolve hardened with each passing day, a silent promise that she whispered to the winds. "I will save you, Luna. We will be free." One night, she saw her chance. Grabbing Luna's hand, they fled through the castle's darkened corridors, hope driving their every step. The walls seemed to close in on them as they ran, their breaths echoing in the silence. The fear of being caught was a constant presence, but the thought of freedom spurred them on. But as freedom seemed within their grasp, Lureimar appeared, blocking their path. His eyes burned with a cold fury, his presence a reminder of the power they sought to escape. A fierce battle ensued. Aurora's magic clashed with Lureimar's, their powers lighting up the night in a dazzling yet terrifying display. The air crackled with energy as they fought, each spell cast with desperate intensity, their movements a deadly dance of determination and fury. The courtyard became a battleground, the walls shaking with the force of their unleashed powers as wind and lightning illuminated the darkness. Aurora could feel the strain of each spell, her muscles aching and her mind reeling from the effort. She fought not just with her magic, but with her heart, fueled by the burning desire to save her sister. Lureimar's attacks were relentless, his eyes cold and calculating, each move designed to break her spirit. The clash of their wills was almost as intense as the clash of their spells, each moment stretching into eternity as they struggled for dominance. In a desperate move, Aurora summoned all her remaining strength and cast a powerful spell that scarred Lureimar's face, a deep gash that would forever mark him. The pain and fury in his eyes were evident, but the brief moment of victory was fleeting. The chaos of the battle had caused Luna to be recaptured, her cries piercing through Aurora's heart like a dagger. The sight of her sister being dragged away by the soldiers shattered her resolve. Aurora was forced to flee alone, her vision blurred by tears and exhaustion. Her sister's screams echoed in her ears, a haunting reminder of her failure. As she ran, she looked back to see King Morcar holding Luna, his grip tight and possessive. His cruel smile was a promise of future torment, a declaration of his power. "I will catch you, my pet," he taunted, his voice dripping with malice and confidence. Aurora's heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. But from the fragments a new determination was born. She vowed to return, to become strong enough to defeat Lureimar and King Morcar and to rescue Luna from their clutches. Her path was now set, her purpose clear. The pain of this night would fuel her journey, each step driven by the promise she made to her sister. Aurora Ankalab would not rest until justice was served, and her sister was safe once more. Aurora's journey is fraught with danger, but her spirit remains unbroken. She knows the path ahead is perilous, but she is driven by the hope of reuniting with Luna and the burning desire to bring down the tyrant who tore their lives apart. She encounters many along her journey, some kind offering aid and comfort, others deceitful, trying to capture her for the bounty on her head. Each encounter shapes her, hardening her resolve and sharpening her skills. She learns to trust her instincts, to discern friend from foe, and to draw strength from the elements that have always been a part of her. In the quiet moments, Aurora often finds herself gazing at the stars, wondering if Luna is doing the same. She clings to the memories of their childhood, the sound of Luna's laughter, the warmth of her embrace. These memories are her strength, her beacon in the darkest times. As she navigates the treacherous paths before her, Aurora's determination never wavers. The sky above serves as her guide, the wind whispering encouragement, urging her onward. Aurora stands atop a windswept cliff, gazing out over the vast expanse of the kingdom. The sun sets, casting a fiery glow across the land. She clutches a small pendant, a gift from Luna, close to her heart. With a determined gaze, she whispers into the wind, "I will come for you, Luna. I will make him pay." The pendant, a simple token of their bond, shines brightly in the fading light, a symbol of her unyielding resolve and the promise she carries in her heart.